Hello, everybody. Art Ekman along with David Bailey and Davey Coombs from upstate New York, the Unadilla Valley Sports Center for round 7 of AMA motocross action. Ricky Carmichael, after the last round, regaining the points lead, has done a phenomenal job, even against the likes of his own teammate, Casey Johnson, number 20.
I think also, Art, today might be the day that John Dowd's able to put the pressure back on Carmichael. Remember last year he was so strong on the 250 against Jeff Emig.
Scott Sheik, of course, battling back from injury, David.
You can see the look on his face. He can feel the pressure. He's putting a lot on himself right there, too.
Looks like he was more concerned than confident, doesn't it? As Ricky Carmichael leads John Dowd by 5 points. His teammate Casey Johnson in third, Button and Brown rounding out the top 5. After Carmichael blew a head gasket in Southwick and got no points for that moto, Pro Circuit went to work, and they've lowered the temperature of their bikes 10 degrees, with you see some obvious moves here, plus some in the engine. Team Suzuki also joining the crowd as far as the perforated number plate is concerned. Mike Brown, he's the hot rider with 125s with a 2nd overall at Budds Creek and coming back with a 3rd overall in the last race at Red Bud. Let's get out of the gate area now. Davey Coombs is with Mike Brown. Davey?
In the last 2 rounds on the 125 National Tour, one of the hottest guys has been Honda of Troy's Mike Brown. Mike finished 2nd at Budds Creek and was a strong 3rd at Red Bud. Maybe today at Unadilla will be his day. Mike, how you like the track here?
Good. Rode good in practice, had some fast times, and I mean, I've used to this from last year over in Europe all year, and hopefully it can work out for me today.
What do you got to do to beat Carmichael and Dowd here?
Just, I think, a good start and ride smooth the whole race and put some hard laps in.
All right, good luck, Mike.
Thank you.
Well, taking a look at the Suzuki track map today, Art, the conditions out there are perfect. I want to get out there and ride. There's no mud, there's no dust. The track it's not as rough right now, but it will get rough later on. There is one change to the track this year, and it's right after the first right-hander off the start. You normally make a tight left, drop through a dip, and it was kind of one line, and the guys had a tough time getting through there. Now it's a big sweeper. We'll be able to tell when they get out on the track.
Okay, getting set to go. Kevin Windham won this race last year. Steve Lamson won it the year before. Ryan Hughes owned this track for a couple of seasons in 94, 95 winning. Let's see who gets the whole shot now. Number 1, Ricky Carmichael gives us the roost, and it's the race to the tight corner. He's right in front of Casey Johnson. But it is John Dowd who gets the official hole shot. So Dowdy, who's only 5 points behind Carmichael in the points race, is out in front right now.
And that's the new sweeper right there. You can see how much speed they carry through there. Normally that's a big bottleneck, and the guys get all separated. Right here, the race stays close.
Carmichael, Johnson, Sellards, Ferry, Lyle, Ramsey, Brown, they're all there. And Robbie Reynard, oh, and going down, hitting the back tire is Jimmy Button. Button ran into the rear tire of Dowd. High-sided. He's trying to get back up and get back in the race, number 11.
Well, he's got a long ways to go now. He had a perfect opportunity to just stay right with the leaders, let things unfold in the first couple of laps, play his cards right, and he got a little over-anxious right there. Plus the back end of John Dowd swapped out and made things worse.
Carmichael is really right where he's used to being. We haven't seen any great hole shot starts from Carmichael this year, but we see him in 2nd place, taking over the lead throughout the race.
Well, I think that's really a symbol of confidence. He knows that getting the hole shot isn't that big of a deal. What he can do is go out there and do what he's doing right here, take it to Dowd out on the track and not try to make the same mistakes that Button did by trying to go for it too early.
Really the easy inside line for Carmichael. And as he's done so many times throughout this season in his 9 moto wins and 12 tries, taking over the lead early in the first lap.
He's even got the patience to wait till the midway point. If John Dowd's got a good run going, he can stay right there and keep the pressure on John. Let John wear all that pressure and worry about what Carmichael's doing back there behind him. This time, however, he saw the opportunity, the door was open, and he took it.
Ricky Carmichael in command right now. John Dowd's in a good position should he make a mistake, but he doesn't want to let him off the hook, give him too much room. Carmichael's been able to take away with his leads. And Dowdy has to prevent that if he wants to recapture the points lead here today. Whoa, backslide.
Well, what I notice here is that Carmichael took over the lead about a half a lap in, put in a lot of speed since then, and John Dowd's still right there. So it's going to be a long race.
Both riders, you notice, using the hand guards, and of course Unadilla traditionally tough as far as rocks are concerned. I can remember when Mike Kudrowski cut a rock in practice in the top of the hand, breaking a small bone there. It took forever to heal. In fact, it cost him a title. Let's check in with Davey Combs down in the mechanics area. Davey.
Ricky Carmichael's obvious goal this year is to win the 125 National Championship. Before the series started, Ricky told me that his personal goal was also to win at every racetrack that he lost at last year on the way to his first national championship. So far, he's already won at High Point, and he won at Redbud. Here at Unadilla, where he lost last year, well, so far, so good. He's out front in the first moto.
Ricky Carmichael dominating right now. The Kawasaki has never before won back-to-back 125 titles, David.
Well, it looks like they may have a good chance this year with Ricky Carmichael out front. John Dowd starting to slip back and starting to battle now with Casey Johnson. He'll be riding more defensive.
Casey Johnson, number 20, on the move in third place with Sellers in fourth and Ferry in fifth. We'll be right back. It's the first moto of 125 action from Unadilla, New Berlin, New York, upstate New York. We see John Dowd in second place, Casey Johnson in third right now as Carmichael starting to pull away out in front.
Boy, this hill is so steep, Art. The first time I ever raced here, I couldn't believe I thought it was a joke we had to go down this hill. This is like a hill climb, too, going back up. Each year, these guys get better and better. They get more speed to that corner at the bottom. The brakes improve, the suspension improves, and they take that hill like it's nothing.
With all this natural elevation change at Unadilla and the rough surface, the rocky surface, does that put even a more challenge to the 125s than, say, a more powerful 250 machine?
Well, it doesn't matter what kind of bike you ride. You still got to watch out for the rocks. You coming through a corner like that, and the front wheel hits a big one. That's going to really cause a problem. But as far as the natural terrain here, it's just a pleasure to ride on something for a change. It's not all man-made plateaus and whoop sections and supercross style stuff. I mean, look at the airtime these guys get. They get a nice cushion landing into a big bowl corner, and it's all natural out here. The layout of this land is perfect.
There's Tim Ferry, Robbie Reynard, who after the first lap was in 10th. Reynard sweeping around that new section, cuts inside Ferry, moving into 5th place. So Primal Suzuki's got to be happy with Robbie Reynard's comeback effort here in the first moto after a tough start.
He's still moving forward, and it looks to me like he's the fastest rider on the track right now. It's just time will only tell if he's got enough speed to catch the leaders.
Reynard's had a couple of second-place motos throughout the year, but his best overall finish was Budds Creek at a 5th spot with an 8.6.
He's just flowing around the track right now. Every time he hits a braking bump, or the braking bumps, because you're on the brakes, he's hitting them and getting back on the gas and jumping exactly into the line he wants to get into. He's just flowing. Everything's working good. He's all the way around the outside, cuts back up the middle, keeping a lot of momentum everywhere.